Hey, my name is PolishLynx and welcome to Sakura MMO. Let's continue and see where this is going exactly. After brushing my hair, Neve dresses me. She clothes me in my signature dark gown, but I think I should wear something a little less ostentatious. If what Neve said is true, and I really am the feared dark witch, I can hardly go exploring in Asaph dress in my typical attire. Everybody would recognize me in an instant and run for the hills. I want to wear something that will make me blend in. Something that will make me look like a peasant. Hey, maybe let's not go that far. Not that I have anything against peasants, but you know, let's look good. A commoner. Unfortunately, I don't own any gowns suitable for peasants. All of my clothes are rather expensive and imposing. I spent a lot of money accumulating a wardrobe of rare, expensive pieces, and I was so vain, I always want to show them off. Left with no alternative, I have to cast a spell on my favorite black gown to make it look more like a peasant's dress. This should be a more than fitting disguise, provided the magic doesn't wear away, which it won't. A spell like this is child's play for me. After dressing me, Neve pours me a cup of tea and serves me a light, simple breakfast. Fed, groomed, clothed, I'm now ready to take a look around my new surroundings. I wonder what it will be like. Will this Asaph be the same as the Asaph Online? Will I be able to see all the places I've explored on my computer screen? Altberg, Hawthorne Market, Roseberry Forest. I can't wait to find out. Whoa, that's good looking. Are you ready, Neve?
I'm always ready to serve you, milady. Obeying your orders brings me joy like nothing else.
Good girl. I pat Neve indulgently on the head. Neve's short, dark hair feels smooth beneath my palm. As I rub, she nuzzles her head against my fingers, then draws back, her pale face flushing.
I apologize, milady, for stepping out of line. It's not my place to seek more affection than you wish to give me. And I really shouldn't accompany you on your travels either. It's my to guard your citadel when you are away, isn't it?
Nah, it's fine. As a cute girl, your place is by my side. You never know when I might need something.
Yeah, you mean you wish me to accompany you on a trip, milady?
Of course. I never dream of leaving you all alone in this large castle, all by yourself. Though in the past I did leave Neve to her own devices in the castle when I went on adventures, I had no other choice. The game mechanics didn't allow NPCs like Neve to leave my homestead. But it's different now. I'm not bound to the rules of any game. Nobody will be pinned to the great black mage Viola.
You're a very pretty girl, Neve. I want to show you off. You do have a way with words. But milady, did you not say you wanted to blend in with your surroundings up here like a peasant? If you have a maid with you, it should be apparent to an observer that you're more than a mere commoner.
Then change it to something different.
I did not think of that! Then I will get dressed like this inbound.
Yeah, you do it, and hurry it up, won't you?
I will.
I want to explore as much of Asaph as possible. I wonder what it will be like. I inhale deeply and stare out of one of the arch windows. I look out over the tops of the trees and the winding rivers that snake through the forests. It's so different from Tokyo, with its high-rise buildings and tall grey skyscrapers. It's like I'm in a whole new world, which I suppose I am. I just need to make the most of it. Wow, this is amazing! I stand in the town plaza and look around, my hands on my hips. There's a fountain in the middle of the plaza which bubbles with cool, clear water. I can see shops in the distance with painted exteriors in varying colors. There's a bustling market stall set up by the fountain, with little wooden tables arranged at intervals which are piled high with fruits, fabrics, and ceramics. People wander here and there, but I'm not sure if people is the right word. Creatures might be more accurate. Some of these people have horns, some of them have cat ears, Others have wings. Some of these people look like ordinary humans, while others have the heads of beasts. Some are so tiny they come up to my waist, and others are large and hulking, at least 2 heads taller than I am.
I can't believe it. It really is the Hotor market. Indeed it is.
Neva stands a little closer to me. She gives me a quizzical look.
Why are you so excited, milady? You've been to this market many times before. I know, but
I've been to this place more times than I can count in Asaph Online, but I've never seen it or heard it or smelled it in quite so much detail. I'm no longer an onlooker staring at a 3D rendition of a fantasy world. I'm really inside the fantasy world. Now I'm an active participant. I can feel the wind running through my hair, I can hear the clinking of coins and the chatter of the market goers. I can smell meat buns being baked in slippery ovens. I think I'm getting hungry. I'm here. I'm really truly here, and
I never realized quite how beautiful this place is before. Beautiful! Yeah, the sky is a bright, clear blue, and there's a warm, gentle breeze. It's a wonderful day, don't you think? I have no issues with the weather, but you have been acting rather careless all day, milady, ever since you woke up, in fact. If you want, I could buy some herbs and I could make you a drink to help restore your senses. Huh? My senses are perfectly fine, Neva. Are you sure? Quite sure. They've never felt finer. It feels like I've been stumbling around in darkness for a long time. I didn't know what I wanted to do, or where I wanted to go. Every day was the same. It was so monotonous. But now I found a brand new reason to live. I found a reason to be excited about my life again. Oh! Ho, 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 ho.
hey!
Ow!
I stumbled backwards a couple of steps and hold my shoulder with my hand. Did somebody just bump into me? Which hurts way more than I thought it would. I'm Antivalor, one of the most feared witches in all of Asaph, but I guess I can still feel pain. I can still get hurt. I'm not invincible. And I'm especially vulnerable right now, dressed in the garb of a peasant. Stupid woman, new to this region, I'd beg you, you're staying around all wide-eyed like some kind of bloody terrorist. Try and be more careful next time, why don't you? Some of us have jobs to do, and we don't appreciate cheats like you getting in the way. I lift my head slowly, I have to. The man talking to me is tall. Scratch that, he's really tall. I have to crane my neck just to look into his eyes. His face is peculiar. It's not like any human's face. For he has a human body, the head resting on his neck is that of a cheetah. His face is covered in orange and white fur. His eyes are similarly cat-like. They are bright green and light with an impressive sweep of dark lashes. His muscular bicep bulge like grapefruits. If he wanted to, this man could take me over his knee and snap me in 2 pieces. That sounds a lot better. He is holding a roll of carpet in the crook of his arm. I guess he's on his way to sell it. But I don't have too much time to wonder. He's talking again.
Well, what do you have to say? Aren't you going to apologize? What is it? Can't go to your tongue? Or are you too proud to talk to a half-breed like me? Well, let me get one thing straight, Messi.
He's stepping towards me. His man's kind of musky. He's not a pleasant remark, and my arm still hurts.
You know that we don't care much for herbs and graces. If you make a mistake, you better face up to it. I'm in a full mood and you have not made it any better. Now say you're certain I might forgive you.
Hey!
Neva steps forward. She's a little taller than I am, but compared to the giant cheetah man, she looks like a tiny pixie. Despite their vast difference in size, however, she doesn't falter. She doesn't look scared at all.
How dare you talk to my mistress like that?
Mistress, you got yourself a maid, dear.
The man glares at me.
You think you're so much better than me, huh?
So much for trying to keep incognito. Thanks a lot, Neva.
She is better than you. Huge for you are, your brain leaves much to be desired. My mistress is smarter than 15 of you and worth much more. You're asking her to apologize? Don't make me laugh. You're the one who should be apologizing for bumping into her like the brute you are. Now get out on your knees and beg for mercy.
The large man flexes his muscles threateningly.
And who's gonna make me exactly? You talk big, but you're just a pair of little girls. Why don't you run along to your mothers?
We're starting to draw a crowd. People are stopping to point at us. I can hear them whispering.
Hey, that's old Blake!
Is he picking a fight this early in the morning?
He's always had such a terrible temper! He's harassing 2 young girls as well! Just look at the poor leaves, they'll never be able to defeat him!
You think there is gonna be a fight?
It'll be too much fun. Blake will knock them out in 2 seconds.
Maybe one of the girls knows magic?
No magic strong enough to defeat those muscles.
I wanna see them fight!
Fight, fight, fight!
Fight, fight, fight!
If you start chanting like that, this will get out of hand.
But it's late, it's already getting out of hand. How did we attract so much attention so quickly? I suppose this cheetah-headed rogue Blake, was it? Must be something of a celebrity around here. How peculiar. For half-breeds are a common race in Asaph Online. I've never heard of an NPC called Blake before. He really is large though, and he looks very strong. I'm a little worried that Neve, for all her bravado, won't be able to best him. Should I try and intervene before things take a turn for the worse? Help Neve, wait and see what Neve does.
Excuse me, sir.
Approach the man with the cheetah's head, trying to keep my voice level. It's not like I'm scared of him or anything. Why should I be scared when I'm the first on Dark Witch?
What is it, Pipsqueak?
But I don't feel very much like the fearsome Dark Witch right now. Everything, I need to calm myself down. I don't never fighting my battles for me.
I'm going to have to order you to stand aside.
Blake raises an anger.
And who are you to give me orders?
I'm doing it for your own good. Stand aside. I don't want a fight to break out.
So you're scared of me, is that it?
Of course not.
I try to keep the tremor from my voice.
I don't want to disturb the peace, that's all, and I really can't abide you talking to Neve in such tones. She's my friend, and it's my duty to protect her. Milady, what are you doing? I'm trying to help you, Neve. Help me, but
Neve's cheeks turn pink.
I don't need any help. As you might, I should help you. I know, and I appreciate your dedication, but I don't want you being hurt for my sake. Oh, believe me.
Neve narrows her eyes.
I'm not the one who will get hurt in this skirmish.
Your friend seems quite confident, and it makes me want to ask her all the more. Well, how about that? Let's see if you're still so smug confident after the gosh you're pretty face into with my clothes.
He pronounces at Neve. Does he mean to knock her over?
Neve!
I turn to her, ready to help the dark fire spell already beginning to form in the palm of my right headband.
Ha!
I pause. I stop. Neve managed to jump away from Blake's claws at the very last second. She stands there utterly unscathed and unconcerned, her arms folded across her chest. She smirks. Her face darkens. All of a sudden, the temperature in the village square seems to drop by 5 degrees.
Did you really think to let you lay upon me? You a great brute who relies on sheer strength? Well, you have strength, I'll grant you that, but there's no finesse in your movements. You have no technique.
What do you mean, no technique? I've been training my body long before you were born, you brat.
Don't act so high and mighty just because you got lucky. Blake rears back on his heels. He springs forward yet again, but...
How predictable!
Neve sidesteps immediately. Her simple skirt flutters around her legs as she moves.
Again? How did you dodge that?
It's quite simple. You communicate each of your movements well in advance by your posture and your expression. If I'm judging by your previous boss, you might have 1 or 2 tricks up your sleeves, but apparently not!
Why you?
You disappoint me. A man like you has no right to breathe the same air as my mistress, let alone look at her or touch her or ask for an apology! So, goodbye. You can abandon your actions for as long as you want when you're in your grave!
Neve raises her right hand. Oh. Nice. All of a sudden, in a burst of dark energy...
Is that magic?
It is magic!
She's a mage after all!
Blake's body is engulfed by plumes of fire. He goes flying through the air. His sheer bulk crashes into the stall, selling fine hand scarves, reducing it to splinters. The loud crash fills the air. Dust clouds form above the cobblestone roads. There's a pause, a long silence, and then...
Whoa! She sent out black flying! I've never seen such a powerful darkling before!
She sure packs a punch for such gear, doesn't she?
My store! Somebody has to pay for some of my store! Pandemonium breaks out. After that little incident in the market square, Nev and I leave Kotone behind us. I want to be inconspicuous on my travels, but taking down large men with a cheetah's head is anything but that. Trying to explore while being bombarded with questions and comments and curious stares wasn't very appealing, so I decided to leave. Never being my faithful mate followed at my heels. Now, half an hour later, the two of us find ourselves in the outskirts of a forest that's rather familiar to me. I was in this forest only yesterday. It's the same place where I fought that female knight who dared to attack me. It's Roseberry Forest. The air is cool, maybe because of all the trees. The leaves make a canopy shielding the top of my head from the sun. A few birds twitter in the branches of the trees. Insects chirp in the undergrowth. The grass above my feet sways gently in the breeze. It's pretty here, and much quieter than the market. It's relaxing, but I have one or two questions I need to ask.
So, Neve, I'm very glad you want to defend my honor, but did you need to antagonize that man so much? Whatever do you mean, milady? I told you I want to try and blend in with the other villagers. I didn't want to stand out. It was unfortunate that the man picked a fight fast, but we could have settled our dispute in a peaceful manner. You mean you are actually going to apologize? Maybe, if it would have kept him happy. But milady, that's wrong. You shouldn't have to apologize. He was the clumsy oaf who bumped into you. How dare he try and threaten you? He had no right. You're the great dark witch. He's nothing but a brute. People like that should know their place, and if they don't, they should be put into their place with force. I know that, Neva, but he was not aware about my true identity, and I didn't want him to find out about it. Or anybody else, for that matter. Oh, milady! I'm sorry if I made a scene. I simply couldn't help myself. When I heard that awful man tried to threaten you, it made me so mad. He should have been groveling at your feet and begging for forgiveness. If anything, I think I went too easy on him. Anybody who dares lay us so much as a finger on you without your permission should have their hands cut off.
Okay, I agree with that.
Cut off?
Isn't that a little extreme?
You're quite passionate, aren't you? Of course I'm passionate! It's a mark of how much I care about you! As your maid, I will do anything with my abilities to serve you and keep you safe. That is what I swore when I took the sacred oath to become your humble servant. Keeping you out of harm's way and protecting your good name is of the utmost importance to me. That is what gives my life meaning!
And now she's getting closer to me. Never so close to me, our noses are almost bumping. I can see her irises in stark detail. They're large and glistening, almost consuming.
If you ordered me to, I would drop dead for your sake. That's how much I care.
Gee, I knew this girl was devoted to me, but I didn't realize quite how devoted. Maybe I should have a word with her. Oh, for heaven's sake! Tell Neva she's being too intense. Thank Neva for being so considerate. She's a bit too intense. But... you know what? Let's thank her. Yes.
Thank you for warnings, but you don't need to go quite that far. But I do, milady. You're the one who saved me from these slums and gave me a car and let me make something of myself. It's because of your kindness that I'm able to support my family, who still live in Oldburg. You gave me the clothes on my back, food to eat, a place to stay, and a bed to sleep in. For that I will never stop being grateful, and I will never stop serving you. I'm sorry if I went against your wishes, and I apologize for making a ruckus, but I will not apologize for caring about you. If my affection bothers you, then feel free to dispose me right here, right now!
Neva guides my right hand to her breast and presses it against her ribcage. I can feel the beating of her heart beneath her skin. It sounds quick and tremulous, almost like a baby bird's.
You may pull my heart out from my very chest if you wish, milady. You can do whatever you like with me. My body exists to serve you, and therefore it belongs to you. My organs and muscles and bones belong to you.
And you don't know how far away was I making to make a mistake with the second word in that sentence.
Now let's not get too carried away. I'm glad you defended me. It shows what an exemplary servant you are. Really?
Really?
I'm very fortunate to have a mate as dedicated as you. I value you a lot, Neva. You're important to me. Important?
Neva stares me. She blinks. Her cheeks begin to turn pink.
I am important? Milady said that I'm important. Indeed you are. You are important to me, and I'm not going to pluck your heart from your chest, or break your legs, or whatever it is you might want me to do. I'm going to take care of you because you're a good mate and a close companion. Oh, milady! I don't deserve such high praise. I'll be the one who decides whether you deserve my praise or not. Oh, yes, of course.
Neva bows her head in subjugation.
I'm very blessed to have a mate such as you by my side, but it would be nice if you were a touch less impulsive. Oh yes, I've always been impulsive. I try to calm, but when something makes me mad, I can't control myself. I guess I have a little bit of a bad temper.
I like how she sticks out her tongue now. I don't know if Neva's behavior back then can be fully chalked down to a bad temper, for it is just my... Is it just my imagination, or did she take an almost sadistic glee in harming Blake? She says she was just trying to avenge me, and I don't disbelieve her, but perhaps the prospect of bloodshed excites her more than it should. But I shouldn't need to worry. Neva is my loyal servant after all. She won't turn against me. She'd sooner rip out her still beating heart than cause me harm.
Well, never mind. What's done is done. We'll have to return to Kotone Market in our day, when the gossip about us has died down.
Neva bows her head.
Once more, I apologize for disrupting your plans, milady. You don't need to apologize. I've already forgiven you. Oh, thank you! If you forgive is more than I deserve. So, did you wish to purchase something from the market? Not particularly. I just want to look around a little. Well, Raspberry Forest is a good place. A standing to explore. Shall we take a walk? Certainly you can, milady, for there is much here. Just trees, I think. I happen to be fond of the foliage.
You don't see all that many trees in Tokyo, unless you go to one of the parks or shrines. I never had a chance to enjoy nature. I was too busy going between home and work. I wanna visit Tokyo! I would totally spend a lot of time in parks and shrines. And other places. I think. Wandering around the forest will be a nice change of pace. At least I don't have to look at any grey buildings. I'm so sick of the color grey. I sigh softly. This forest is so peaceful. At least it was until... I jump in surprise.
What was that?
Neva placed her fingers beneath her chin as she ponders.
It sounds like somebody's crying, milady.
Crying?
Indeed, if I had to hazard a guess, I would say the cry belongs to a young woman, perhaps in her late teens or early 20s.
Well, hopefully it's early 20s. My brow furrows. What's a young woman doing crying in the middle of a raspberry forest? Maybe she's being attacked by bandits. I hope she's being attacked by bandits. I haven't had a chance to use my own magical powers yet. My fingers are just itching for the chance to unleash a dark flame spell or something. Plus, there's always chance the girl could be cute. I'm always prepared to score points with cute girls.
Say, Neva, why don't you and I intervene? This lady may need our aid. Oh my!
Neva bows her head. A small, thin smile captures her lips.
I too was thinking the same thing. There's nothing I would love more than teaching a group of ruffians a good lesson.
But when didn't I make it to the source of the commotion?
Wait, where are the bandits? And fortunately it appears as though there were no bandits. We're touched too hasty in our assumptions, milady.
That figures. And I was looking forward to using a Dark Flame spell too. Oh well, I suppose it's a good thing this young woman hasn't come to any real harm. But why then? Is she crying? Whoa. Well, that's some interesting outfit. Well, I call her a young woman, but she's rather short, with a sweet, heart-shaped face and fair hair. She's probably a few years younger than I am, but I can't pinpoint her exact age. The girl is on her hands and knees. She's crawling around in the dirt, pushing twigs and leaves to one side. All the while she's mumbling herself under her breath.
It's gotta be somewhere. I know I dropped it somewhere around here, but where? Ah! This ain't so good! I don't remember!
The longer her search continues, the more desperate she seems to get. Tears slowly trickle down her cheeks, they are flushed a bright red. She's concentrating so hard I don't think she's noticed Neve and me.
Mother will be so mad if I don't find it, but who is me? I have no idea where it could be. I'm so unlucky. Why do these things always happen to me?
The distressed girl pauses, her fingers curl into fists, and then all of a sudden she punches the ground. Maybe she's trying to elevate some of her anxiety, but
Ow!
It doesn't work. The girl hisses in pain and draws her hand back. It looks like she accidentally hit the root of a tree. Ouch! That definitely was painful. Her knuckles were already dirty, but now they are cut and bruised and starting to bleed. Oh no!
This sucks! I can't stand it!
She holds her hand to her chest and rocks back and forward slowly.
This is the worst day of my life, by far. I will never find it, and I will never be able to go home. Mother will have my head for sure. Wah!
And there it is, the despairing call. That's what drew Neve and I to this girl in the first place. More tears fall from the girl's eyes. They land on the muddy ground with a series of soft splashes. If nothing else, at least her distress is providing nutrients for the trees and plants.
This girl looks like she's in quite a fix.
Indeed it does. Do you think we should help her?
We could, but she does look like she has two pennies to rub together. I'm sure she's from a poor family. She has nothing to offer us, and we have no reason to help her.
You didn't seem opposed to the idea of helping her when there were possible bandits for us to attack?
That's different. I was prepared to take down a ragtag group of hoodlums.
Neve cracks her knuckles together, like this. Okay, my knuckles are, you know, cracked out already. I can do the fingers a little bit, but there it goes, because I do this a lot. Anyway, this is her big smile surfaces on her lips once more, but fortunately it soon vanishes.
But there is no satisfaction to be gained from aiding a poor peasant girl like this. If I were really, I'd leave her and be on my way. If you give ruffians like this an inch, they'll take a mile, and the clothes off your back, and the money in your pocket to boot.
You might have a point, but I look back at the young girl. She's so in earnest, like her heart might break. She's been trying to look for whatever it is. She's dropped. Maybe she's given up.
I can't believe it. How could I be so clumsy? I'm useless. That's what Mother will say when there's a home for certain. You're useless, Fion.
Fion? Is that her name? It's a soft, delicate kind of name. Despite her rough manner of speech, it suits her. Though her face is wet and her eyelashes are clumped together from crying, she's a very pretty girl. My guilty conscience starts prickling. I can't just leave her. Not like this. That would be too cruel. I want to help her all the same. She looked like she could use a friend, and I doubt she'll find any companions around here.
Well, you are my mistress. I can't tell you what to do, but please be careful. Even the most fragrant roses can have thorns.
Like you mean?
Oh, no, nothing like me. I'm devoted to entirely, milady. I swear to the stars. This girl, however, I would be careful of her. She may be more witty than she looks.
I appreciate Neve's concern, but an almost little ragamuffin like this should pose no problems. I'm sure this girl will be so grateful for my home she'll think I will send to her by the gods themselves. Girls like this always seem to be superstitious sorts when you have no money or possessions in the world, Superstitions are all you have to believe in.
Young girl, is your name perchance Fion?
Fion lifts her head. She looks at me, sniffling, and wipes her eyes with the back of her arm. In the process, she manages to smear a streak of dirt across her right cheek. It makes her look even more pathetic than she does already. Judiciously, I decide not to pass a comment.
Yes, my name is Fion. Who are you? My name is
Better not say my real name.
Violet, and is my companion, Neva. The two of us were traveling through the raspberry forest when we happened to hear a commotion. Oh my, was it being that loud? You were being quite loud, yes, but no worry. I have seen your tears and decided to help you. First cover, can you stand? Oh yeah, miss, there ain't nothing wrong with my body, but...
Fion gets to her feet. She wipes the dirt and grass from her fists with her fingers. Of course, since her fingers are also dirty, she only succeeds in smearing the filth around.
You see, kind miss, my mother gave me something to sell at the market. Right pretty trinket it was. What was it exactly? It was a ring, my mother's wedding ring, to be precise, mating of a goblin hand silver. It's the most expensive item we own, the whole house, and mother loved it so much, but...
Fion's expression contorts. She sniffles.
Father died 3 summers ago, and so my mother's been working her fingers to the bone. Bless her, she has so many children, there just ain't enough money to meet us all. It almost broke my poor mother's heart, but she told me to take her wedding ring, the only memento she has left of her father, and sell it at the market. I told mother not to and ask her if there wasn't some other way, but she was firm. She said it was the quickest way to get money, and with money we can buy food, and then we won't starve. My baby brother and sister are looking awful big, and I'm so worried about them, but...
She trembles.
In my clumps I dropped their ring, not having to sell the market. I've lost my mother's ring to boot. My poor mother. She throws the ring of hers to me, which she loves so dearly, and I wasted her sacrifice. I've ruined everything my cursed clumsy hands.
How long have you been looking for the ring?
Oh, I remember, it's been so long, for a few hours at least, but all I have to sew for it are the cuts and bruises. Maybe we'll never find it. Maybe it's too late.
Comfort Fion. Tell her to be more careful. First one?
It's never too late, Fion.
Move! I rest a hand on Fion's shoulder, dirty fool it is, and give her a reassuring smile.
My companion and I will help you find the ring. Isn't that right, Neve? If that is what we wish.
Neve drops a neat curtsy, but her reputation is cool and inscrutable.
That is, if the ring even exists.
Well, we might find out.
You know, in the next episode. So yeah, for now, hope you enjoyed. Let's continue tomorrow. Bye bye.